Welcome to our show, Come Out, Step into the Light.
The amazing TV show for LGBT community from all around the world.
I'm from London, from England.
I am from Hawaii.
I'm originally from Dominican Republic.
I'm from sunny South Africa.
Sharing their journey of finding and identifying themselves.
And it can get very, very sad and lonely.
I got divorced. The first few years were really difficult.
Sharing regrets and happiness, empathy, and the connection of LGBT community for equality and love. Come out, step into the light.
Lincoln,
Alicia.
welcome to our show, Come Out, Step into the Light.
Wow, I'm so excited to see you. Oh, I can't wait to meet our guest today, huh?
Okay, I think you might know him. Welcome our guest.
So like this guy was a friend for a while, and I did have a crush on him when I first met him. Like the body, everything. He was just like perfect. But then he's straight. So one day,
Was it like turn?
Start twerking like Miley.
Hi, Shoni. Hi. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oh my God, long time no see.
hi.
Wow.
Guys, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Good, thank you.
Wow. So, since I know you, but everybody else doesn't know you, do you mind introducing yourself?
My name is Shawnee. I'm a bad bitch. I'm 23 years old. I have to think about that one because I often lie about my age. And that was a lie. I'm actually 25. I am from South Africa. The two things I'm really good at is being pretty and being a bitch.
I can confirm that actually.
Oh, may I ask you why you choose Vietnam to stay?
I didn't choose Vietnam. Vietnam chose me.
I say the same thing, man.
I first came here on vacation to come see a friend, and I just fell in love with the city. The food is great, the men are greater.
I confirm.
I've just had a really good time, and I just don't want it to end anytime soon, so here I am.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 9 months now.
Whoa.
Yeah. But it's not 6 years, I mean.
I know, I've been a little bit longer. Like, have you only been in Saigon?
Yeah, I've only ever been in Saigon. I haven't really traveled much.
I'm telling you, boys in Hanoi are hot. In Nha Trang too. Nha Trang also has hot boys.
Well, we like the beat.
So, can you tell us what are you doing in Saigon at the moment?
Basically, my day-to-day life is just waking up and slaying. No, I'm currently teaching English. I'm also a makeup artist. You know, I just do whatever makes me happy. I just go out every day and I live my life. And I just enjoy the people, enjoying all of this.
While you were living here, have you ever had any problems with working here?
I have. A lot of people aren't really comfortable hiring a person of color to teach their kids English.
Yes.
And with makeup gigs, no one speaks English or like very little English. It's difficult for me to communicate, and then I end up like not booking gigs after that. So it has been like a little bit difficult. And also when you have like tattoos and long hair and you don't look like the traditional man, a lot of people are very scared of that. I mean, it's just like a bit of like ignorance and like being backwards, but like there's nothing I can really do about it. I can't be mad at that because people have different backgrounds. So I just have to learn to adjust and take it as it comes and just not take it to heart.
Is it effect to your work?
What, being gay?
Yeah, being gay.
Huh, that's a tricky one. It hasn't really. No, it actually hasn't. But my personality and like all of this has gotten me into some trouble at certain places I've worked at. You know, when I was much younger, I really didn't have so much of like an emotional maturity or intelligence that I knew that there's a place and time for everything. So sometimes you have to go to work and be professional and like act a certain way and like mirror your clients and like the business people that you're working with. And for me, it was just like always on 100, non-stop, always
Super sassy.
all the time. And there was like no off switch. So like that got me into a lot of shit because also when I remember when people wouldn't respond well to that, I used to get so angry, like, oh my God, why don't you like me? Everyone likes me, you know? And I take it like so hard. And I know I've been in some tricky situations in like the workplace where things almost got physical, and I just like realized now that I was very immature. And
what's the worst situation that you've had at work?
I pretty much got fired for punching my boss in the mouth.
Okay, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, because like remember when I was younger, I didn't know how to solve my problems with like speaking to people, like because all I could do was fight, because that's what they came at me with. So like I'm not good with arguments. Like if you want to argue, like I'm not there with you. As soon as I feel like your voice is like louder than mine, I just hit you. Like that's just what happens. So like I've had to learn to control my temper and to act responsibly. Like you can't be throwing hands everywhere. Like you don't know who's who and what they've got in their bag. So
especially in South Africa.
Exactly. Like so it's very dangerous for myself as well. Like I'm putting myself in risky situations. So
compared to Vietnam though, what is the work life like being gay in South Africa was okay-ish,
yeah.
But in Vietnam, is it also accepted for you, or do you have trouble like with work being gay in Vietnam?
So like I honestly haven't had a lot of trouble. I don't think I've had trouble like at all, but you can almost tell when people are uneasy to like hire you or like give you a chance because of the way that you look and so on and so forth. It's just like them not understanding and just like being like precautious and stuff. So
haven't seen it before.
Yeah, they haven't seen it
like
before
that.
and stuff. Because I don't think like homosexuality is a new thing. Like, you know, people have been gay since like Jesus times, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
So like I think what's confusing for people is like, are you a man or are you a woman? Like,
that's the
why
thing.
do you have long hair? Like I know, like a lot of kids used to ask me, teacher, are you girl or boy? Are you girl or boy? And I'm like, do you want to feel? No, I don't. I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, okay, wait. And that needs to get edited. I could get arrested.
Yeah, that's like one of my biggest fears speaking to a gay person too, is like if you identify as a woman, do I still call you he or she or you like it?
I get that
hard.
a lot.
Like I feel not fearful, but
you don't
I feel
offend someone.
I don't want to offend
exactly.
somebody.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I like that because you try your best to not offend people and just treat people. I did meet someone over the week and we hung out, and he kept asking me like if he should call me he or she, because like he did call me like girl a couple of times, and I was like, babe, like whatever makes you comfortable, because like I'm comfortable in my own space.
I want to ask you, how was your childhood in South Africa?
I grew up in the safari with the lion, and there's tigers and bears.
9th birthday, you got an elephant.
Yes, I actually got one for my 12th birthday. We weren't that rich growing up. We were a family of 10 in a small little hut. No, I'm kidding. So I grew up in the city. I come from a pretty nice family, very mixed family. So one half of my family is black and the other half of my family is white. Growing up, I was just a happy child because everyone loved me. I mean, why wouldn't you? And like, I just got everything I wanted. So growing up was really cool until I went to school.
Family is nice, but when you go to school, things change. I had a similar feeling when I went to school. Afrikaans schools in
I went
South
to an
Africa.
Afrikaans school. I was the only black kid in the entire school for 7 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
In South Africa, we have English people and Afrikaans people, and Afrikaans
We have
schools,
more than that.
I mean, with the light-skinned people.
Yeah, okay.
Light-skinned people are English or Afrikaans usually. When you go to Afrikaans school, there's mainly white people, and back in the day, it used to be quite racist. Quite racist, even towards me, because I just had like a dark tan, like really dark tan and really curly hair, and I look like brown-skinned person.
Yeah.
And like I had people not wanting to be friends with me.
Yeah. So it was very tricky because when I went to school, I had no one else that looked like me. So that was very confusing. I was very young. Kids were actually being like really horrible to me. After art class and stuff, we would be cleaning the brushes and they'd try to scrub my skin to see if the black comes off. And I'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
What the hell?
Because like, I didn't know.
As
I was
a kid,
young,
yeah.
exactly. And then when I got to high school, I went to a school that has mixed. We had black kids, the white kids, every other race. But then I struggled to fit in because the black kids thought I wasn't black enough. And then well, the white kids wouldn't really accept me because I'm not actually white. And then we have a race in South Africa called coloured, which is all like the mixed race kids. And I wasn't coloured enough because I didn't grow up in the culture. I'm not from the ghetto. I have my 2 front teeth.
Yes, of course. Oh my God.
So it was just one of those things of like having to be my own friend. I was very popular, like everyone knew who I was, you know, I was always in everyone's business, but I was very lonely because I didn't have a friend. And to carry on and like keep going, I had to tell myself that, you know, these people are dumb, like why wouldn't you like me? Like I'm the shit, you know?
It's difficult to be beautiful.
Exactly, so like I always just told myself that there's something wrong with everyone else and I'm special as fuck.
I think the mindset of the South African people are very like, you're not allowed to pass any of the rules or anything like that.
Now imagine being biracial and not only that, and also being gay. Oh my God, no, it was really rough.
Can you tell us anything about being bullied or something like that?
Oh yeah, I was bullied like a lot. Like it was crazy and it got pretty dark. I don't think anyone called me by my actual name until like the later years in high school. Like my name was fag boy, faggot, gay bub, you know, sissy. I just became so immune, and then they saw that like that wasn't getting to me anymore, so things started getting physical. And I very quickly had to learn how to fight because one day I went home and I had a blue eye, and my mom.
Oh my God.
My mom sent me back. She was like, "No child of mine is gonna come home with a blue eye. You better go and stick up for yourself."
Karate.
That started like some dark years because I remember from like the age of 13, 14 till I was about 17, I used to get into a lot of trouble for fighting because after a while you start to enjoy like drawing blood. Like it's just an everyday thing. Like even if someone doesn't even like do or say anything to you, it's like you look at me for too long, I'm like, excuse me, can I help you? What?
Yes, you know? Yes, I understand.
So like you were just always so defensive and you're like not letting people in. And it can get very, very sad and lonely, and you can get into a lot of trouble.
Away.
Definitely. It changed after a while when these kids stopped bullying me.
But why they stopped bullying you?
Some of them, I guess, I don't know how to put this, but like the ones that used to bully me, we used to end up in the bathrooms during like, oh my God. So like I guess also like it was like a thing like that where they felt like it was wrong for them to like ostracize me in public, but then in the bathroom stall.
At the end,
you know what I mean?
Like,
they're like,
I hate you so much.
Exactly. Thanks. I'm glad it happened, and it taught me a lot as a person as well.
Did it give you like any power or anything?
Oh yeah, for sure. It gave me a lot of power because now I was very openly gay and I was just like sassy, walking around like a unicorn.
Since you were young?
Since I was very young, since I was like crawling. Like my mom used to be like, Sean, put down that Barbie and go play with the boys.
I heard you ask something about getting boots and a skirt for your birthday.
Oh my God, yeah. We stayed in South Africa and my dad was in Ireland, and what happened was he called and he's like, hey, I'm coming down to come visit and it's your birthday soon, what do you want me to bring you? And I don't know if you remember Boom Shaka.
Boom Shaka?
Yeah. It's about time. You remember Boom Shaka, that the group with the 2 girls and the 2 rapper guys, and they used to wear like short shorts and thigh-high boots and just like all those dance moves
No, I
with
don't,
the high
but I'm gonna see
ponytails.
them.
I really liked them growing up because it's like shaking your ass and just showing your skin was like really speaking to my soul. Like I've been a host since a child, honey. So when my dad called the one day, he was like, what do you want me to bring you? I was like, oh daddy, I want like a super short shorts and the thigh-high boots like the girls at Boom Shaka. That time I'm sitting in front of my entire family because it was back in the landline days. So we didn't have like mobile phones. Like, you know, we had that thing that was connected to the wall. Yes, I'm that old.
With the wiry thing.
Exactly. So like the whole family was there and everyone was like, we knew it. And like no one ever made me feel bad about it. Like my family's always just been really cool. No one ever forced me or pressured me to say anything. I've actually never had to come out. Like
you didn't have to come out.
Like I've never had to be like, so guys, I'm gay. You know, sometimes you don't even have to ask. And then you get people that are like me, they're like, no, what? I'm straight. What? Right. So I was lucky because I didn't have to go through all that anxiety of like, oh my God, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna do? Like, they knew what it is.
I think a lot of people have problems coming out just because of that.
Yeah, and I always feel guilty, like, oh my God, like, you know.
I had the easy life.
I had the easy life. It wasn't that easy.
Basically, you didn't have a problem coming out with being gay. You had more of a problem with your skin color in South Africa.
Yeah, and also being gay in school, because a lot of the kids like really did terrorize me. Some of my family members with the way that I presented myself. So like being gay was not an issue. Like it's fine, you can love whoever you want to love. But like from a traditional like family background, like African family background, you have gender roles. So if you're a man, you have to do things like a man. Dresses, skirts, nails, hair, and all of that. Like
you're not allowed to show it.
It was like difficult because like it caused a lot of tension and stuff, especially when I got picking up my own clothes. Because you know when you're young, like your parents buy your own like your clothes for you, so you end up wearing like Ben 10 and Spider-Man all the time. And then like when you eventually get the option to choose, you're like, oh, I want those super tight skinny jeans, honey. But then we got over it. And then we got into something else, which was like the tattoos and the piercings.
When was your first tattoo?
I was 15.
Me too.
I heard that your mom is Christian. How did she react when she knew that you got some tattoos?
I remember when I got my tattoos on my hands, she was like, where will you ever work with tattoos on your hands? And I'm like, you don't need to get your blood pressure up because it's not gonna make the tattoos go away. So like we started talking about things instead of her barking at me and like beating me up. And like our relationship got so much better because she started sitting down and listening and trying to understand and not fighting with everything that like, and all the decisions that I make. So things got really like much better. She still doesn't understand certain things like, you know, hair extensions and all of that. But like she knows that like people just express themselves in like whatever way they feel like. And I guess she's happy when I'm happy.
I think it's the time for love stories. Can you share it?
The whole virginity thing and...
Growing up gay and like knowing from a very young age and not being shy to show it, it was very difficult because there were not a lot of other people that were like that. So I didn't have a lot of options in terms of experimenting and, you know, having people to talk to. So like the internet was my friend, you know, a lot of pornography, you know, just like for research. What?
Research.
Yes, research. When I was at that age of like raging hormones and I was like always hard and like it became difficult. So that's when I realized that for me, sex and who I have sex with, it's not about like the person and the journey to the destination. It's about the destination, right? It's about the end result. You just want to get yours, right? I started like fooling around with like girls and stuff. It didn't feel weird. I actually enjoyed it. And most of my sexual encounters have been with women.
You have sex with male and female?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, I do. I have sex with both girls and boys. People would think that that makes me bisexual. Suppose technically it does, but I identify as gay because like I feel like I'm gay and I like men. Alright, I'm not emotionally available for a woman. Like I could never be in a relationship with a woman. But when we gotta do the do, we can do the do, right?
Yes, okay,
so like how I always put it is like, say you've got the munchies after like a bomb-ass blunt and you want to eat some pizza and you drive around the whole of Saigon and the pizza places are closed.
No pizza.
But the chicken places are open. Like, are you not going to eat?
You're going to eat chicken.
Eat, right?
So if there's no man, you eat the woman.
Exactly. And we love the hot box. With relationships, I know what I like and I know what I want and I'm only available for like men.
The guy that your first guy, was he like your true love? Or do you have anything like, do you believe in that?
Yeah. So I don't believe in love. I believe in money. I'm kidding. So like this guy was a friend for a while and I did have a crush on him when I first met him. Like the body, Audi, everything. He was just like perfect. But then he's straight. So like I had to respect that and not make him uncomfortable because I really like loved him as a friend and I enjoyed the relationship that we had and I wouldn't want to make things awkward. So for a very long time, I had to suppress those feelings.
You're not allowed to feel like that because he's just your friend.
Yeah. It was just like that. And then one day, he called me and he's like, hey, I really need your help. Something happened with my brother and I just need somewhere to stay for the night. And I was like, oh my God, you can come over, you know, you're always welcome here. Again, I had no ulterior motives. I had like...
You were powdering your face.
No girl, my face was already powdered because I just come from a date and I was looking so cute for myself. I was looking like a meal. And he came, I stopped like getting unready, you know, so when he gets there, I still look cute or whatever. We chilled like normal and I was just there for him as a friend. Being my friend, he knows that my mom is pretty hardcore. My mom's always like cool with me having people over, but in terms of sleepovers, like no boys. He was like a bit nervous. I prepared the guest bedroom for him and he was like, no, can I come stay with you because I can't fall asleep? Literally, still very innocent, okay? I don't remember what we were watching on my laptop and then somehow, I don't remember how it happened, but it happened.
But did you guys kiss first at least? Like, was it like turn? Or was it just like...
But who start first?
I would say he initiated it. The whole time I maintained that I was being very respectful of his sexuality and I was holding back, you know? Like, just don't make things awkward. So, obviously, when he, like, made a move, he shot his shot.
You and your crush, after that night, what happened next?
Good question.
So things got...
Why?
So things got awkward because, you know, obviously, like, as a straight dude, he obviously had, like, some regrets, like, oh, what just happened, you know? So, like, we kind of stopped talking for a very long time.
Right after?
Yeah, and I was very sad. But then we started talking again. And then when we started talking, I just like was like treading lightly and walking on eggshells because I didn't want to bring it up or like remind him. I wouldn't bring it up. I would just like avoid the topic completely. But then he brought it up and you know.
Well, how did he do that? Was he just like, yo, hey, do you remember that night?
Yeah, basically, like he would literally like bring it up like that. Like he was fine with it. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm down with it. So, I mean, we obviously didn't do it again because shortly after that, I did move here. I swear, no, I'm serious. We only did it once. You know, I do have my fun. I do enjoy, you know, being naughty.
But actually, you're still very innocent.
I really am. Like, I don't open up to people a lot. I don't want to get my heart broken. I've learned to, like, just not allow myself to feel those emotions. Especially because, like, you'll be busy with someone. And, like, for months, you're, like, in this nice little happy mode.
Happy zone.
And then one day he's like, hey, take that picture off of Facebook just in case my wife sees it. I'm like, what?
Oh, crush.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Or you'll be chilling in bed with someone and you'll get a phone call from his wife or his girlfriend and he'll be like, oh, my meeting is running longer than I expected and after that I'm just gonna go get drinks with the boys. And I'm like, you're lying, you're right here with me, you know? So then you always know like you'll never be like someone's number one, yeah? So like because of that, you're just like, oh, what's the point? Like, let me just get what I want to get out of this and then keep it moving, so. And because of that, I guess it's not very easy for me to get into relationships unless I feel like completely trust that you have my best intentions at heart and you're not gonna completely like obliterate my, like, sanity basically and like my mental health is just gonna stay intact while I'm with you.
You want a safe zone.
Exactly, I want a safe zone. Like, just don't make me look like a crazy person. Don't be scared, I won't do anything to you. You got a very soft, beautiful face. Like, you can never, ever hurt that.
So, do you have any plans in the near future in Vietnam?
For the future, I suppose for the near future, like, I just want to find a very respectful man that I can build a future with. He needs to have a lot of money. I also really want to like get like really into the makeup industry here. But I suppose I also want to learn Vietnamese, so then that could be easier.
I can help you with that one.
Girl, I think I'd rather let him help.
My pleasure. Do you have any message for like LGBT community?
Yeah, for sure. Drink a lot of water and mind your own business. That's all it is.
Drink
Okay,
water.
Ling, any greeting for our guest today?
I knew you from 1 or 2 times, but I didn't know your story personally. It's nice to get to know you and nice to know like your story, and it's actually very inspirational for me because personally, like any person that struggles with coming out or having like childhood difficulties, they always inspire me with how brave they are. I had a lot of fun talking to you.
I had a lot of fun.
I feel like you're a little bit shy today, huh?
Yeah.
You have a hots for him.
I tend to have that effect on boys.
Thanks, Sean, for coming here with us today and share your stories.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Had a good time.
Now we have to say goodbye.
Be sure to check out our channel on YouTube, MCB Media. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us, and enjoy the rest of our show. Goodbye.
And see you later.